From the past to the present, from beginning to end, from point A to point B. Characters are not created equal, everybody. One thing that keeps a character intact besides a personality and a fighting spirit, their character design. Now, I don't know about you, but when I think about a character's design, I wonder how long will it last? Will it work? Will it stay relevant? And sometimes we have those special someones who go to critical acclaim before they fade away into nothing. Sometimes they go past that. Sometimes they go into the stars. And they become those iconic characters that everyone knows. No matter who they are, no matter what rock they live under, you know what that character is. Sometimes they don't even take off at all. Sometimes they're just infamous. Sometimes they're just laughed out of the line. Today, we're going to be talking about one of those guys that faded out. Sonic. Now technically, Sonic didn't really fade out. I mean, look at him now. This was a couple days ago. They're just now restarting this one. It may shock some of you to know that I'm a really big Sonic fan. Or I was, anyway. A lot of us can say that Sonic was disappointing as of late. And I'm not talking about his design, I'm talking about his games. But I will say one thing. Out of all the characters you could think of, one character that always stays true to himself is Sonic. Looking at his design, every bit of him just oozes personality. From that little tantalizing finger wag to that disgusting Cyclops eye, even down to his little red shoes. Sonic is great. I find it funny to say that growing up as a kid, Sonic was probably one of those things that kind of got me interested into anthropomorphic animals. And although he isn't what you'd see normally, like furries and the like, I will say that Sonic is something unique. That blue, that red, that big disgusting stomach, all of it just made a really cool character that I can't seem to place out of my mind, even if I try. And I think that's true for everybody. If you look now, Sonic has influenced an entire lineage of spin-offs, remakes, rehashes, of a fandom. And oh my god, the fandom. That's something special too. I'm actually kind of part of that fandom. I fell out of grace a couple of years ago when Sonic started getting kind of shitty with his games, and even though I haven't played some of the recent games that I've heard are pretty good, I have to admit, I still like Sonic. And going back to that little blue blur, I just can't get over the fact that his design has kept him alive. And you could say what you want about him, but can you really blame us for loving him? It's rare nowadays to find a character that's so intrinsic as Sonic. Sonic basically shaped all of DeviantArt. And I wish I were kidding. If you look back at some of the most incredible things that I thought were around, Sonic shaped quite a bit of them. When I got into the furry community and all that other stuff like that, Sonic was one of those things that just people were interested in, and Sonic was just a part of it. Yeah, he's an anthropomorphic character, and yeah, he's kind of strange looking, but even so, everybody liked Sonic, and I feel like that was a gateway drug to something that was a lot better, and sometimes, even though it's cringy, you can't deny the importance of it. Sonic is just an internet legacy. He's a fascination. Looking at him is just, it's just awe-inspiring. Whoever made that was on some good shit when they made it, because he is great. Now, to be honest, I'm actually really interested in this new Sonic movie. I may not go see it, or Detective Pikachu for that matter, but I think that it should be said that going to try to change the norm, what we know, it could bring about something good. And if we base something solely off of the design, it may kind of laugh at us. Yeah, I know, it doesn't look very good. The movie doesn't look great. We all know that. But these guys are trying. More than anything, I'm actually pretty shocked that the director decided to go back and completely change Sonic's design. That's something that's really interesting. I appreciate the internet is some place that we can all get feedback no matter how good or bad, and take it with a grain of salt. I hope that the animators and all the designers and everything get compensated for this, because this movie looks like it's in the brink of post-production. And the fact that they're going back to completely redo this movie, I really hope that the animators and everything else get some type of compensation for this, because they're going to be working overtime just to make us happy. And that's a good thing, but the studio shouldn't be finding it altruistic. I think that there's something that they should really address. They should really thank the animators, and hopefully it's something that we can avoid in the future by just looking at the character design, the past of the character, and look at how it shapes the present. Sonic is a really important IP, and the fact that you took it and possibly ruined it for a lot of people, or going to ruin it for a lot of people, you have some pretty big balls to do that. I just hope that you don't screw it up even more so. Anyway, everybody, I just wanted to talk about Sonic because I like Sonic. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe, I really appreciate it. Or tell me what you think about Sonic in the comics, or if you have other things to say about Sonic, go ahead and say that too. It's been Noodle Dog. I'll see you guys later. I gotta take a nap. Bye.